You're killing me, Smalls.
We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS shipping packages. I'm smoking weed out them packages. If I ain't got a gun, I'm stabbing it. I got some leftover lean in the cabinet. I can hit your little hoe when she happy. Poke on that pussy shit like it's a top in it. We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS doing the packaging. I'm smoking good ass weed out them packages. I can't lie 'cause I ain't capping it.
Welcome back to the DNA podcast. It's your boy D.
And it's your boy Antonio. Let's get to it.
So we're going to discuss the Astroworld incidents. It's a huge thing. If you don't know what happened, Travis Scott hosted his, I guess, yearly Astroworld event, and 11 people were reported dead and 30 injured. And this is the largest death at a concert ever. And it's something good for us to talk about. Travis Scott is an icon for people our age, and it's a trending topic.
Yeah.
So
What do you want to begin at? It's a lot to unpack here.
I'm going to have a disclaimer. I'm going to have 2 points of views because I had a homeboy who was there. Shake, Antonio knows him. We're all homeboys. And then I'm going to have my immediate point of view because the stories he's telling me there is much more different than how they're reporting everything happened. So I'm going to give my immediate reviews, and towards, I guess, the middle, I'm going to give my updated reviews. But I guess we'll just get into the matter. Well, what do you think of the incident as a whole? Let's start from the beginning at noon when they were tearing down the fence and running in.
Well, obviously, the people who are going there are fucking idiots. They're dumb. Like, they were letting you in. You just wanted to go through the side. You know what I'm saying? These are people who had tickets. They're not people who didn't have tickets.
That's what's so dumb about it. Yeah. Y'all had the fucking tickets.
You have tickets. It's fine. Like, you were going to get in. Because when I initially saw that video, I thought, like, oh, this is people who couldn't get into the event. No. These are regular event goers.
Yeah.
And they're just, trampling people and knocking down gates. And then the second thing from I saw that was, like, the security seemed completely inept. Like, just unable to do their jobs. Unprepared and everything.
When I saw it, so I seen the video of the Travis Scott concert first, and then I saw this after. I'm just like, damn, bro. It was a full-on rush to the stage. No, like, this is fucking 8 hours before the damn Travis Scott part. What the fuck are y'all rushing to? Like, just being so dead ass. Yes. Like, I don't think, from most music fests and jams that I know, never been to one, because I don't think I would enjoy that shit. Not saying I would enjoy a concert, I just don't think I would enjoy a jam. But
I think you would. If you go to the right one.
Makes sense.
And I think the Travis Scott one is like
by far
the extreme.
Yeah.
So if you went to like a normal one, I think you would be all right.
It's no way that somebody was performing right at 12.
Oh, no.
I would say the earliest somebody was performing was like 12:30. That's the earliest. In my mind, I don't think they would start performing till 1 or 2. So why? Like, we get back to the main question, what are you rushing for? And there's going to be a theme, and this is going to be a topic, but Travis Scott, people are on Travis Scott's case. So it's Travis Scott's fault at 12 noon that niggas are trampling each other on the way into the event. That's his fault. Like, this 8 hours before the concert, Travis Scott should have got on a horse and fucking ran out there, right? Like, that's from people's argument on what he should have stopped. He should have stopped that too, right?
Yeah. And I get that argument. I think it kind of comes down to like the environment of that specific event, because that event's known to be a fucking rager.
Which, like, people don't understand. I think there's been deaths at every Astroworld. Now, I think like the max before was like 3, but this is a concert, not a shootout. You would want
the ideal number is 0.
Yeah. So like just saying, oh yeah, it's not been no more than 3. 3 is a lot when you're not going there ready to die. Like, and so to your point with the guards, I don't think the guards was inept. I don't think it was enough.
Well, I mean, they're definitely understaffed. But like even like how they responded to the whole situation, they were like, "What the fuck do we do now?" Which I kind of get why they would feel that way.
And it's like, in that regards, yes, they were inept. But yeah, it's just like, so when you see the video and you see all them swarming in, what the fuck am I really supposed to do? Hey, stop! They might trample my dumb ass. Or people always say I'm blowing this out of proportion. What if they attacked me? They wouldn't have attacked you. Shit, didn't think 11 people's gonna die 8 hours later either. Like,
Could have been 12.
if I would have told you, oh look, if I would have told you at noon that this shit was gonna get real deadly at 8, niggas would have been like, you're overreacting. They're just kids being kids. They're just excited. This and that. And so another reoccurring theme that I will have is, when do people take personal responsibility? There's so much backlash on the venue promoter, well, on the venue and on Travis Scott, which there should be. Mm-hmm. But I have not seen any people be like, why the fuck are y'all fans so fucking stupid? Like, I just haven't seen that.
Yeah. And I've seen a little bit more of that on Twitter as of lately. Maybe since the last time we talked about this. Mm-hmm. But so it's kind of weird. I think people's perceptions are kind of changing a little bit on the topic. I've started to see not nearly as much as it is on Travis, mm-hmm. which I, in light of some new stuff that came out as of like in the last two or 3 days, not looking too good for Travis.
Ooh, I can't wait to talk about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's not looking good for him. But
I am grateful for that. In the immediate response to what I was saying, it was so many fingers being pointed, and that's what I hate about society. Everybody's a victim, but they're never like in our society, we always punish the reactor and not the nigga that started it. So if you smack me and I punch you, I go to jail because people seen it. Mm. It don't matter. You shouldn't have hit him. Whoop-de-whoop that. Bro, he did that shit. Like, I'm not saying what I did was right, but sure you're protecting him. Yeah. And so, based off of what I seen, so we seen that video then, and we seen what happened at the concert. Bro, I'm not surprised if much more shit happened in between the day that just wasn't captured on video.
Yeah, I'm sure it was crazy shit all day.
Yeah,
there has to be.
If you factor some stuff in too, so it's noon. From my source, sounds good saying that, sound reputable. they weren't checking IDs for liquor there. He was like, I saw this 14-year-old just grab a beer, get the money, and like getting mixed drinks in that. So Travis concert started at 8. From noon to 8, people are drinking. It's a Travis Scott, it's Astroworld. And they're Travis Scott fans, so we know they're on drugs. Either they came on drugs or they're doing drugs. And it's just hot as hell. They're I believe in Houston.
Yeah, it's in Houston. It's outside of Houston.
So it's hot as devil's dick out there. Bro, they were going to go crazy. Like,
it's September. So I don't know if it's that hot down there. I don't think it's super duper hot, but it's hot.
It's still hot to be out there for 8 hours.
It's bare minimum 70-something degrees.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. Probably close to 80.
So, I don't know. My stance is kind of changed because I just don't know who to fault for all those things. I guess the venue. But when people are out there that long, drinking, getting dehydrated, they're probably not drinking water, because I doubt that from the videos I've seen, there are a bunch of smart collective of people. Drugs make you more dehydrated. Don't know if people know that, but between that and liquor, that was just a this is like a Mentos and Coke type of thing. Like it was just a setup for shit to go sideways once the concert happened.
I mean, and it's like, in a weird way, it's not the venue's fault, because the laws do not say that they have to, force people to drink water. It's required to have food, quote unquote, mm-hmm. right? So technically, the venue is kind of at fault for them drinking all day.
And the main argument you can make for the venue side is they don't just host this one concert a year. They host many every year.
Mm-hmm.
They host a lot yearly, and it's never ended this way. So their immediate thing could be, shit, we had fucking Justin Bieber out here last week. He won't like this. This is y'all's fault. This is the same
your fandom.
the same rules was in place. We had the same amount of guards. We had the same so that's what they have going for them. That's what made me switch up my mind of, yeah, why the fuck should we? You should prepare for each concert differently, especially when you know the crowd. But in their mind, why the fuck should we take so special precautions when you could just act like civil people?
Yeah, that's not how this works. This is fucking America. It's not how this works.
What was your immediate reactions to when you saw the 8 o'clock video or the concert video?
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Who would willingly go to one of these? That was my first reaction. I was like, why would you want to go? And then I saw the videos of the people like standing on the ambulance and shit. I'm like, these people are fucking insane.
I've never been huge into stuff like this just because I'm secretly a germaphobe and I really don't like being touched. So even like when they're not crazy ones, bro, I hate the thought of being packed in like a sardine. So they're packed in going crazy, and I'm just thinking, damn. When I first saw the video, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking like, isn't this normal? Isn't this par for the course? But as I watched different clips, and yeah, them niggas on top of the ambulance, the sirens are going off, but they're just having the time of their lives just on top of the motherfucker. It's just like, this is pretty hectic from all shots of Travis Scott's. I'm not gonna lie. Like, whenever they had the camera on him and like close up wide range, it looked like a pretty normal shit to me. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit anybody like it looked. We know what they were doing. It didn't look that way on camera. So
it's because there's so many people in there. You can't tell that someone's dying. So like, we only know this stuff in hindsight, of course. So like, if you were you would just think like, oh, it's a fucking rager and it's mosh pits and it is what it is, and it's just a crazy concert, and people are dumb. But like, we know, obviously when you see the ambulance trying to get into the crowd, then you obviously know, oh, there's something fucking wrong, right? So like that's when I was like, oh, this is this was way more serious than.
I knew it was serious.
A rager, party.
I knew it was serious, but he canceled the concert early, just because of I'm like, oh shit, this is Astroworld. This isn't like Drake in Canada and Travis Scott's a feature. And it's like, oh, if I cut it early, man, fuck y'all niggas anyway. Y'all came here for me. Like, I am the main attraction here, and even I gotta get the fuck up out of here. This is like no bueno. I'm gone. Like, I'm ghost. Get the fuck out of here. From Shake's point of view on what happened, this is where the real details come out to me. And when I go back and look at the videos, everything he's saying is damn near spot on. So that's how when I examine it closely. So he was out there. He got there around 4 or 5 because he worked that day. If y'all don't know Shake is her college friend. He's been in the military for about 3-4 years now. And so he's fit, like he's swole, he's in shape. If I had to take a bet out, he's probably the biggest nigga at that damn concert. If I had to make,
I don't know how big he is now, but probably.
I think he said he benched like 325.
Oh, he's a big nigga now.
Yeah, cock diesel now. So he went there with his wife. He's been to plenty of fests. He's a military guy, so he got that money to blow. So he has done it all in the Houston area, and he said this was nothing of what I've ever seen before. He said this was actually wicked, and I would never even do this shit again. He was like, there's gonna be something we circle back towards the end, but he said at the beginning, this beat started playing, and it just made you feel weird. He was like, it made the feeling ominous in the air. And he was like, me and my wife looked at each other and we knew like some shit wasn't right just by the beat. And so when the stuff actually happens, he was like, it was actually a stampede of people. Like, words don't do it justice. When Travis hit the stage, they made almost like a beeline towards the stage, knocked over stuff. They were in restricted area, and he was like, it was suffocating. He was like, me going through all the training I did, I barely could breathe in the sea of people. My wife almost passed out in the sea of people. I had to grab her arm and yank her, basically. And he was we were on FaceTime and he gave me the full everything. He was like I was punching people in their faces, I was elbowing this and that. Me and my wife found this girl crying in the sea of people, and my wife grabbed her just because I literally couldn't. And he was like, looking back at her, bro, that girl probably would have died. She dead ass probably would have died then. And this is all within the first, I think he said he left when Drake hit the stage. And I think that's for damn facts before the first 30 minutes. I think that's within the first 15 to 20 minutes. And he was out of there. And he was like, bro, it wasn't right. Like, I'm glad I got through when I did, but Travis is at fault for this. He was like, they were what's the name when they were crowd surfing a dead body. And he was like, Travis looked that way twice and did nothing about it. Did not see that on video. But I mean, how can I tell the body's dead if I seen a crowd surfing thing? And he was like, these are his words exactly. More than 11 people are dead. That's for a fact. So like it's no way. It's no way that it's just 11. And
well, I mean, like, it's 30 people, and the 30 people are injured in coma, so they cannot wake up.
Yeah.
So in theory, it's more than 11.
We should assume that it's 40 at least until the number should drop. It shouldn't go up. And so it's when he painted like that, it's a fucking battlefield. That's a war zone, and it's the news articles did not do justice.
Mm. So I know I brought up I have more information since the last time we talked about this. So apparently, you know, we said, we don't think Travis has at fault or whatever, but Travis was made aware multiple times by the venue and by the producer, like the production and everything. Like, hey, this shit's getting fucking crazy. You know, you need to do something about it. Like, you know, try to calm the crowd down, do something. And he just kept the show going. So he was made aware that people were dying. He was made aware
repeatedly,
but he kept it going. So like, it'd be one thing if you didn't know, right?
Here's a spoiler for y'all. We re-recorded this video.
Yeah.
So we didn't know this beforehand. Yeah. So I actually don't know.
Yeah, this is new information that came up right after. But yeah, like, so like, to me, this is fucking unacceptable. So
based with the information we have, I'm going to give Travis the benefit of the doubt. I'm glad that we actually can split on something. First video was kind of in line. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt based off of this. Travis is 30. It's still a young man. A young man to be famous. And so you telling me, like, if the promoters and Travis get wild, you got to do something. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, just, if I'm being just realistic, right now we could come up with so many scenarios because, like, we're removed from the situation and we're just thinking about it. Bro, he's in it. I tell people all the time, say like he does see what's going on. How much in shock is it just like, whoa, what the fuck? Like,
but if I'm in shock, I'm not keeping performing.
True too.
But the thing is that he kept the show rolling.
True. My argument, even in the beginning for that, was now that he's been made aware, I'm gonna give him this benefit of the doubt. I think, knowing that how the crowd was, things would have went left if he stopped the concert. Under any means, that's me. I've had some people tell me, nah, bro, it would have settled down, this and that. I don't give people the benefit of the doubt that if you're already rioting, you're not going to stop just because.
I don't know, because I've watched so many like concert videos now of like like typically it's a rock band or whatever, but like they're at a concert, it's a fucking rager, someone gets hurt or whatever, and they stop the show. And then like they make sure the guy's okay, and then they start the show back up. And it was not as crazy as Travis's, of course.
Yeah.
But they also didn't let it get that crazy.
True.
So it would have been on him to nip it in the butt from the beginning.
I think so many factors play a part because I've seen just as many videos. So I think there's a good amount of factors that do make a difference. So we're in the agreement that his people were more wild than any of the videos we see.
I think it's because he let them get worked up like that.
Okay, true. Well, we can agree on that. If I was in that situation, I would not have stopped the concert. And hindsight is 50-50. Would I have regretted later? Would I, right now, like 2 weeks removed, would be thinking, damn, maybe I should have stopped it. Maybe so. Maybe, I'm not even saying what I'm saying is right.
I think if I saw somebody dead getting crowd surfed, I'd be like, hey, this is getting fucking crazy. Especially if I can tell that they're dead.
True.
Now, if I can't tell, then, of course.
It's debatable if he knew that one person was dead.
Debatable.
Yeah.
But when the producers come to you and say people are dying, people are passing out, you need to calm the crowd down so the ambulance can get through.
Yeah.
And they're doing it multiple times. You have people in the crowd trying to get your attention, and you're looking at them, and then you're just looking away.
It is a bad look.
It's damning.
It is a bad look.
Damning.
But my character's more damning because I know for facts if I would have tried to stop it and it didn't stop, I would threw the mic in the stand and hauled ass. I'm up out of there. That really wouldn't help things out.
Well, I mean, but at least you would have tried. That's the thing. Like, at least you fucking tried.
I was about to say something always.
And you have a lot more protection as the artist than you do as
True, but
you have active police with guns.
That's true, but scary situation is still scary situation.
I understand it's scary. I get it, but you signed up for this. So.
This is damning. So I think before I gave his blame 10%, it still doesn't go above 20 for me.
I think it's 50% his fault.
And I can never give somebody 50% fault when this is gonna be a bad example, but I don't give a damn.
Maybe 40.
Back in my old apartment I lived in, I lived up on the second floor. Man, I heard this abusive couple. Man, I heard abuse. It woke me up out my sleep the way they were getting hit. I know it was abuse because the police came out there. I ain't do shit. Wasn't going to do shit. How about you tell them niggas stop abusing each other? Well, why am I at fault for not reporting the motherfucker?
I think that's a little different
because I'm not directly involved.
Yes,
with it.
And you're not the cause of that situation.
True.
That makes sense.
But people have got something. You're at fault too. You should have done this. What the fuck I'm at fault for?
I'm just minding my fucking business.
How about instead of trying to point extra fingers at people, how about we just
get them some fucking help?
How about we condemn the motherfuckers who's directly at fault for it?
Yeah, no. So I completely agree with you on that.
And so that's how I feel about the fans. Even though Travis did not do shit, even though in my story didn't do shit, and I knew it was going on, bro, it's still y'all's fault. I am at fault for the way I reacted, but that does not give me more blame for y'all doing it.
I have no disagreements that the fans are still at fault.
Yeah.
Oh, something that we forgot to bring up in this reshoot. You know how that was that 11-year-old who died there or whatever.
He got knocked off his dad's shoulder.
Yeah, he got knocked off his dad's shoulder. He got trampled or whatever. What's fucking crazy is that I just saw a video this morning of a fucking 5-year-old there, and he's in the fucking front.
Oh yeah, we did bring that up before. Why the fuck is your kids out there? Well, why are
unfucking acceptable?
Why is if this is a fest or a jam, but that should be 21 plus.
Yeah,
like right off the rip.
At least bare minimum 18.
18.
Yeah,
but
there's no way.
If you want to get away with having 15, I'm still going to condemn you, bro. You had 5-year-old, bro. That's such poor. The
5-year-old was not injured.
Thank God.
It was the kid's fine and alive as far as I know.
But the parent put them in harm's risk One, because people have died before at these concerts.
Yeah.
This isn't a kumbaya. Like,
And like this, number one, the kid looked like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. He was there, he was vibing, but like
this was all for the parents' ego.
yeah, and it was just, and it could easily not be the parent. It could be like, you know, the older sibling or whatever, the guardian.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
unacceptable.
I'm glad we brought that up because, 11-year-olds dying. Travis Scott can be at fault. He did not kill these 11-year-olds on purpose. He did not pick the ages of who died. like they're heaping more stuff on. I can be in agreement with you that he should have done more, but I wouldn't take my damn 11-year-old child out there.
Yeah,
I mean,
it doesn't make sense. Like, I could see taking him to a Travis Scott concert if it's a regular concert, like, you know, at like if you're from Charlotte, like the PNC or the Fillmore maybe. But I think Fillmore has an age limit. Like,
age requirement.
Age requirement, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can see you taking them to like a regular concert where there's seats and people aren't rushing the stage, and it's not that kind of vibe. But you can't take your kid to a fucking festival. People are getting drunk and like,
drugs is a known thing.
Yeah.
What we forgot to mention also is cops reported that somebody was poking people with needles of substances, and that's probably attributed to some of the deaths.
Yeah.
Like, that's also what Shake said. He was like, bro, there was plenty of kids out there. Fucking kids shouldn't have been out there. And he was like, this is before the shit happened. I just noticed that, like, the fucking kids shouldn't be out here in general.
Unacceptable.
And so I think that's also like a not holding people responsible, because you take them out and it'd be like, oh yeah, it's just a concert, nothing happens. Bro, they're druggies. They're wild normally. Like, stop. And this is not me blaming the parent. This is me just blaming like the image in general. Bro, stop making it seem like they're regular concert goers. No, they are not. This is not the first rave or fest to get out of hand. This is just the most severe.
Yeah.
This is a known thing. We make excuses because, they were lit, or, they want to see their favorite, or, it's a jam, it's a fest, it's a concert, no, it's unacceptable, period. Like, but we make all these excuses for them dumbasses. They're dumbasses, they're jackasses, and they, not only did they put people in danger, they kill people. Like,
Yep.
so, I'm upset at that. I'm upset. And so this gets me back to the parents. I'm upset at. I can see the parent probably just like, it's going to be a normal. No, it's not no normal fucking concert. Stop looking at it through those tinted glasses.
I mean, I guess if the parent has no idea, and it's, I'm not giving them a write-off for it, because you should do your fucking research.
And it's a Travis Scott thing. I'm real hard pressed.
And fair enough, maybe they just don't listen to Travis Scott. They don't know what the vibe is like.
But they paid all that money for the damn
But like,
thing.
you should do your fucking research if you're going to take your kids to anything like this.
Yeah. I was about to say, for the fact that the media reports when I got it was like, the article I read was like 11 dead. And this is not the first time dead at a Travis Scott concert. Well, if you just Google Travis Scott concert, I promise you this is what would have came up.
Yeah, you would. You get 5 articles down. I promise you would have found it.
So you just had to do bare minimum research, and you did not. So tragic for the kids, lives lost. But like, once again, Travis ain't fucking picked the ages out of a hat and said get them. Damn, I'm still shaking up about the information of Travis knew.
Yeah. Right. Because, before this, I was not giving Travis so much grief.
I gave him 10% max. I think I gave him 5 before, but
to me now, it is really damning. I can't just turn, because before, like, it's the, everybody kind of has a more equal share of the blame, right? Yeah. But now it is completely the concert goers and the venue's fault up until that point. But once the artist knows that what's going on, then it kind of the blame shifts.
Yeah.
For me, so be as it will.
What would you have done from the full day? If you, well, we both worked big events. We've both been a part of a huge get-togethers. So we're pretty accustomed to this kind of environment. Obviously not exactly like the concert, but the stuff similar
events,
to
so,
it. Yeah. What would you have done differently from planning to the beginning, execution to the concert?
Number one, you have to have more security on staff. That is just, you just have to. And I don't think it's an argument against that you can reasonably make.
I 100% agree. My only argument is, fuck, what if they just can't find it?
I mean, that is very true. But if you cannot find the staff to make it work, you have to downsize the event.
How about that? That's just simple with that.
So that's your two options. Number two, and this one goes to the drinking, you have to give people drink vouchers. When you're out of vouchers, you're out of drinks.
I'm pissed because that was mine last time, you bastard.
And I feel like they didn't really have a good game plan going into it. I feel like because everything fell apart so easily, there was no real pushback. It just people rushed, and then it was a rager, and it was what it was, right?
They were just at their mercy from the get go.
So like I feel like the plan wasn't good, the boundaries weren't strong enough. Probably your training of your security wasn't good. I mean, I also know that they probably have a whole bunch of new people, so.
And this could have been some of theirs like first time. And so like the guards that we seen, like, oh, the guard should have done this. Oh fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, oh fuck.
I kind of understand from the guard's perspective.
I might fuck around and go on lunch break because of this shit.
I might clock out. Fuck this. Yeah, but I feel like the guards were undertrained, unprepared. It just felt
chaotic.
It felt chaotic and just unsafe. So,
I've thought about this. And I thought long and hard. I would have downsized it. If downsizing was no option, which there's no such thing, I would call local police and local something. I would have gotten serious help.
And pay the money.
Yeah. Like I would have just gotten serious help.
And like there's always local police at those events. But like
10 max.
Well, I mean, at that kind of event, there's probably more than 10.
Yeah, true.
But they definitely had. They should have gotten more.
From the video I seen with them trampling each other to get in, that one thing clicked to me. I don't think there's multiple entrance points. If y'all come to Charlotte, there's BB&T Arena. Park. I guess it's Truist Park now.
Yeah, Truist now.
There's a reason why. I literally learned this in class. It's not coincidental that there's 4 ways to get in. It's a lot safer if you have 4 different, like multiple entrance ways. And I did not think of it then. I mean, I had no reference to think of the shit. But looking at this video, they need multiple entrance points. If they would have had multiple entrance points, people would not have been getting trampled. And each, like, if you have 4 guards at each, say like you had 12 altogether for all those people, that's not enough. But if you have 4 or 3 different entrance points where people coming in, it would have been easier.
Yeah.
So that's me spitballing. But why the fuck else is everybody running? Like, if there's another way, why the hell do they keep coming through this one way?
Yeah.
Like,
It's only one way. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been to an event that was like of any size that didn't have multiple entranceways.
And sometimes you just think
maybe there actually was multiple entranceways because but it awfully looked like
that was just
the one way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drink vouchers is huge. I seen that. I was at an event and it did it, and I don't know how you would have regulated, but hell, if you would have told me drink vouchers 10 years ago, I would have thought the idea was stupid in general. So like, I guess 2 every 2 hours. This is what the fuck you would do. I know exactly what you would do when you come in. And this, if if you came in trampling over people, you're a dumbass. You ain't drinking a lot at this event. We'll give you a fucking like punch out card or something. And every 2 hours, you get new tickets, and we'll punch it out. If you already got the bitch punched out, you get no more vouchers. I mean, you get no more. You get no more vouchers. If you don't have it, you're shit. Like you're just. Some people be like, "What if I lost mine?" Well, this shit out of luck.
You better get your friend to get you a drink.
So that was on the spot that could work. The guards, the vouchers. From my perspective on the concerts, people get on my ass. When I worked at the Hornets, me and my boy John, we always prepare for the worst. People get on my ass about something. Why do you always got backup for stuff? Are you expecting for things to go bad?
Yeah.
Things can go bad. Those who are not prepared are going to suffer the worst. From what he did on concert, like what he did on the stage, we can give Travis any amount of blame we want. We can give him 80, 50, 10, none. We can give him whatever. It was evident that there was no plan. Even if it was like Travis should have done something, there should have been a plan for this. That like not even him came up with, but there should have been something like a fail safe for this. Like he shouldn't have to improvise on his own. And obviously that's what he was doing. It's regardless of how it looked, and like say like, oh, he didn't do nothing this or that. He did not know what to do. I put that on fault of venue, his people. There should always be a plan. That's just the end of the day. There should always be a backup plan. And to your point of even at the beginning, it looked like it was just chaotic and it just got, it was just worse from there. You need backup plans, like even from the get go. If this shit don't happen at the gate, you need a backup plan for if it happens. Like I have anxiety if I don't have a backup plan. I have backup plans for relationships. And then like
it's bad because I do too. That's fucking wild.
And it's like when it comes to that, I pray that I don't have to do it.
This is DEFCON
but
6. Like we are.
So that was the evident thing to me. I don't know. Shit, looking at the video, I don't know what the fuck the plan was in general. But
it was like there was one at all. Oh, winging that bitch.
But I know they didn't have nothing else. And at a venue like that, the manager's got to go into a meeting room. I am casting the Knights ballpark onto that venue like it's the same thing, but it's not. But whatever manager's there, when you see that shit, y'all niggas, I don't know how many will be there. I don't know how many managers there in general, like that really oversee something, but let's say 10. Yeah, bro, the 10 of y'all got to come together.
At an event like that, there's at least 10 people.
Y'all got to, this is happening. On the fly, before the bitch even really kick off, you need to come up with something. Like
something.
And I've known this to happen because at the ballpark, we had something where it was like the date, I don't know what the numbers are. Let's say it was only supposed to be 3,000 there. But for some odd reason, when I got to work, and in between me getting to work and setting up for the gates open, it was more than doubled. And they called us all in there. I was like, look, this is what it is now. And that's what good prepared is. Now, their plan was to make it work. And if you have a problem, call us.
At least you talked about it.
This wasn't a concrete
answer.
But they didn't just leave us blindsided like oh yeah, they figure out that bitch fucked up.
That's funny because that's exactly what happened at my current job. So like we were closed for like fall break or whatever, and they told me like last minute, like it was like we were only supposed to have like 50 people in to eat because it was just the athletes.
Yeah. And
like some of the athletes weren't on campus. And they told me last minute, hey, the whole volleyball team and the whole soccer team is still on campus, so you got to feed them too now.
That's probably like 1:30, right?
And it was only like 80 people now, but like
real close to double.
Number one, I did not order for that because you gave me a number of 50, and I asked you firmly, is it going to be 50? And they were like, yes, confirmed. And I asked you a week out. So I ordered appropriately. I don't want food to spoil. So now I gotta fucking, throw shit together. It worked out, but
Yeah. Hey, and
shit like that.
And I can imagine at the venue, the stuff that we just talked about, fuck, if that would have happened. Like, you think about it from a food perspective, say like you were a head chef there, and I guess that happened.
Fucking pissed.
What the fuck is going on? I can only imagine just seeing it happen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it would have snapped a little bit on the inside. like what the fuck am I gonna do? But from a venue standpoint, I'm glad I circled back. The plan should have been was to pull him off stage. I get that you want him to do whatever, but so everybody's saying he should have stopped the concert. Why didn't the venue pull him off stage?
Yeah, because it would have been, the venue should have came to him and was like, hey, this is going on. You need to do something about it. And he didn't do it. You cut the show.
And just
that completely agree. I was about to say that too.
And so that's what I was thinking. I thought of it before when I said they should have had a plan, but I couldn't think of it. Bro, the plan should be get him out of there. Like, for me, one, it's a safety thing, even though we got security guards around. But like, what's a more surefire way to say that the bitch is postponed or canceled than to have the nigga get off stage? So
true shit.
That's why I was like, I think it's one of those things where he thinks about like, now he's probably just thinking like, bro, I could have just done that. He had no plan. There was no plan given to him for this situation.
So I have some more information about Travis Scott.
It's getting juicy.
And you might disagree with this viewpoint, but and the source is a little not shaky because it's a first-hand account, but it's it might be a little biased, put it like that. So basically his old manager came out and saying like, yeah, Travis Scott does not give a fuck about anybody. Like, he only cares about himself. He's self-absorbed. He doesn't really care about nobody else. And the story is that his manager was having a seizure and Travis Scott left him in the basement. Didn't call help, didn't do anything, left him to die. So, I mean, and then there's the other story of at one of his shows or concerts or whatever, when one of his fans took one of his shoes and
didn't he stop it for that? He stopped it for that, right?
Yeah, he beat him and punched him in the face.
Okay, so was he supposed to not punch him in the face?
I'm just saying, like, you're fucking rich. It's not really that big of a deal. I understand why you're upset, but at the same time, you gotta weigh your
pros and
cons as a celebrity. This is not worth it. Yeah. So like, he doesn't really give a fuck about his fans. He doesn't really give a fuck about people. So
this is a lot of information. So I'm gonna break down how you told it to me. That viewpoint could be so biased, but I'm gonna take it for the sake of this argument. I'm gonna take it on the money. Like, this is exactly what happened, and that he's not jealous because he is the ex-manager.
Yeah.
So
apparently he stopped being manager because of that event. So like, he didn't get fired. It was more like, I don't want to work with you, which I fucking get.
So he is scum for that. Like, if he did know for facts that is a scum thing, there is no way around. To the point of the fan things, I'm gonna keep it crystal clear 100 with you. All celebrities are self-absorbed.
True.
And they have no obligation to care for you. Now,
yeah, but
society, we've tricked ourselves into believing if you give me money, I should appreciate it. But that's not law. You can't force me to give a damn.
True.
So like, in a weird it's not weird, bro. This is my character. I would side with him on he doesn't need to be Michael Jackson. Like, that's just not.
I'm not saying that he has to, be like, oh, I love my fandom so much, and he doesn't have to be that guy, right? But at a certain point, you have to draw a line where you're kind of responsible for your fandom.
Do you know what's damn? Do you know what's funny about this? I respect him a little bit more, right? Only because when we listen to his music, even when we see him, I remember we said this last time. He doesn't give me like druggy vibes. Like he probably looks like he just smoked a bunch of weed.
Yeah, at most.
And just chill. Well, his favorite fucking food is McDonald's. So I'm pretty sure he smoked a bunch of weed and go to McDonald's. He's rich as shit, and McDonald's is still his shit. And when he got that deal, this is a little sidetrack, but when he got that deal, that wasn't really as much of a, oh, we want to partner with Travis Scott.
Travis Scott want to partner with him.
And he goes so much that it became like, might as well be your meal. Like he goes so much and get the same thing so often. They were like, we might as well make this a Travis Scott meal. That's no bullshit.
I mean, it's great marketing on McDonald's.
So that's why now all these other meals are kind of bullshit, like the Sweetie thing or whatever. Because I don't believe she do all that shit. But like when people got it, was like, bro, this is just a bacon burger with barbecue sauce and I think it was like a high C. Now that I get the concept, that's what he gets. It's the Travis meal because that nigga gets that every time. So, yeah, it wouldn't be surprised if he smoked a bunch of weed because McDonald's is his favorite food. But, I don't see I honest to God don't see no correlation between his fans and him. Like, and you won't find two more people who don't like Travis Scott than us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't listen to that nigga music for shit. If he's featured on the song, I may not listen to the song.
It's bad because I fucking agree. Is that, I don't know. I feel like I've been trying to give songs a chance, but oh man, if it's an artist I don't really bangs with, I'm like, this nigga.
Bro, you feel me? And so it's like, I will admit he's kind of a deeper rapper than what people want to give him credit. And I just don't see the correlation between his fans and him. I can see where there's an actual disconnect of him not liking, but he's just making music that he liked, but at the same time, it's not really for the group that he was making it for. Kind of didn't like it. It's just going with status quo. So like that's why I say I kind of respect it a little bit because like when you think of keep it a buck. When you think of a Travis Scott fan, do you not think of immediately a white kid who does a bunch of different drugs? And probably between 16 and 21. Like, yeah, keep it a buck like that.
I put the age from 12 to 21, but yes.
And so it's like, yeah, like I honest to God, the songs that I do know, like Sicko Mode and Antidote, this and that, I don't see the correlation between those kids in his music. I think if say like you gave the song to like J. Cole or Kendrick, let them put like a little spin to it, it would be a completely different, not even completely different song, but a completely different fan base would love the song.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, that's why I tell I respect it. Just maybe he don't like the fans. Maybe he is upset like shit that it's a bunch of white people at his shows. Like,
I mean, I don't think he's that upset about it.
yeah, truly, I was about to say,
Because that money's still fucking green, right?
I'm about to say from these reports, he's probably just don't give a damn.
I honestly don't think he gives a fuck about anybody. Like, but
and that's why I'm not fully mad at it. Maybe now it's just like you know where it's the lines is drawn with Travis Scott. If you're a fan, to him you're just a fan. We're not cool. I'm not really appreciative. You fuck with my music, I fuck with your money. Like,
hey,
and I'm not saying it's right, but it'll be hard pressed for me to think that most rappers give a damn. Like if I had to go through the list of rappers right now, you'd be hard pressed for me to think. I know Kanye don't give a damn. I'd be hard pressed to think Lil Wayne gives a damn. Hard pressed to think Jay-Z gives a damn. Like,
I think if number one, the shit wouldn't happen at a Jay-Z concert.
This stuff wouldn't happen. I'm just saying,
It's
like,
a different vibe. No, at a Kanye concert, I can see some shit like this happening. But also, a lot of his fans now are what? White and young.
Now, yeah.
And druggies and weird.
Yeah.
Kind of the same vibe. And they... Yeah, so the moral of the story is that, like, I can see the correlation between his fans and his music. His music is kind of weird and different. and not we'll say typical
Yeah.
for hip hop and rap. It's I think it's called cloud rap or something like that. So I can see where while you would draw in a different crowd than
maybe what you would expect
from a hip hop artist or rap artist.
Yeah. Even still, like, damn. Like, I still only give them 20% max because I run into this all the time when people tell me, me personally was like, that's not how you really feel. Emotion don't make a damn. Did I do the shit or did I not do the shit? And so, like, I know he didn't break up the concert, but you can't say, shit, he has a history not giving a fuck. Told you you're a bad guy. Bro, he didn't break up the concert, but it still stands to reason that it shouldn't have got that wild anyway.
So,
like, him not giving a damn don't affect that they were already too far, like, faded.
So, like, I agree with your point on the I agree with your point on, like, the grounds of, like, morals, but in, like, the court of law, that's not how this works. And that's where it's different. Because, like, by him having, like, a history of not giving a fuck, it doesn't look too good when you're trying to fight off cases.
But so, like, have you seen everything that he's done since then? And, bro, he could be forced to do it. I know he's forced to do it.
Yeah.
I would do the shit because I'm forced because I don't give a fuck. He's paying off all the funeral costs, and he's offered full refunds to everybody. So when he didn't even make money off the concert, what the fuck else do you want from me? Like, honest to God, what the fuck? You want me to cry? Like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like, y'all gonna be upset when he comes out. Something, yeah, it was tragic. Astroworld 2023, 2022.
I thought you did it on purpose. We'll skip one year, you know.
So like seeing it, and it's like, he did not have to pay those funeral costs. By no means did he have to. And no court would make him pay those funeral costs.
It depends. If they found him liable, then they can make you pay the cost.
God, I hate America. How about y'all watch them video cams and make the niggas who actually stomp them liable? I'm like, oh, silly old me. How about the murderers actually?
Well, I mean, is
my argument
even if you didn't make them pay the full cost of the funeral, whatever the damages were.
Yeah.
I would sue you for at least a portion, like how much of the blame was yours. So if you said 20%, then Travis would have to pay 20%.
And him getting sued is such a headline thing because there's an off chance that he's probably not getting sued. It's probably the venue. But Travis Scott is the huge name.
Yeah, he's associated with it.
Yeah. So like it makes like I'm gonna say PNC is not PNC, but are you gonna be Texas versus PNC or Texas versus Travis Scott? Which is gonna garner more?
Well, I think actually Travis himself is actually getting sued on this one.
I mean, of course, but like you sue everybody, but it's debatable which one they win.
Who you gonna win?
Yeah,
you're probably gonna win. If you win anything, you're gonna win it from
the venue.
From the venue.
Yeah,
more than likely.
So
which might be the venue at a business. 11 people.
And they didn't make money off this huge ass event. Yeah. How do we know they didn't make money? Because he offered refunds. This is gonna go down in history. It's already in history. It's the most deaths, but it's not even profitable either. This is the do's and don'ts, and this is the don'ts of organizing a fest. Everybody lost in this situation. Yeah. Literally, when I tell you everybody lost, staff lost because they had to put up with it. No amount of money was worth what they went through.
Seeing that, the trauma of that. Because seeing someone die is very serious. Doesn't matter, you know.
All the fans lost. The fans that weren't acting like dumbasses didn't get their full experience because of the dumbasses.
They're shaking.
And people lost lives. Even the dumbass people lost the experience to see Travis Scott. Mm-hmm. Travis Scott lost on pretty much all ends. Financially, reputation is in the gutters at this point. And this is up there with Fyter Fest and failures. Like, not even to be funny. It's was a failure. But it was a failure that could have been prevented. Firefest was a failure waiting to happen.
Firefest.
The Ja Rule thing that went sideways.
I kind of don't remember this.
Man, that bit. We could do a whole episode on that. That is the worst concert ever. Ever. Right? And so this is up there, like high death numbers, no money made, disgruntled fans, disgruntled employees.
Yeah. I'm gonna be surprised if the employees don't sue. I think they would have a really strong case.
Oh, I'm really suing. I am really. This is what I love about. So I work for Compass, and it's debatable if Compass worked that event because they are the largest.
Did the food?
Yeah, they are the largest catering providers in the United States.
Shit, in the UK too.
Oh, for real?
You know they're a UK company.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, more you know, right?
I thought they were Canada because it was Compass, and I thought it was just North.
No.
but I tell my job all the time. The catering manager loved having me help because it's like, D, I like you more than my staff. You do more than them. That's none of my concern. And I like him personally. I like him as a manager, but sorry, but it's none of my concern. If I was there at that concert, I'm sorry, guys, we were short staffed, this and that. I understand. None of my concern. I'm still suing. Like I'm still. It's. I don't care what your reason is. You better tell the judge and hope that stick because any excuse you give to me, I don't give a damn. It was traumatic for me. It was hell for me from the get go.
Especially like injured.
We call people, and this is what I love. We had more people booked. They ain't show up. It's a you problem. That's not on me. That's just not. You should have hired. You should have had more people staffed for the people to cover for the people who wouldn't show up. So yeah. On a side note, with the little bit of time we have left, when Shake was there and he said it felt ominous, do you believe in Illuminati? And if so, do you believe this was a sacrifice?
I believe that there are people making decisions in smoke-filled rooms. I don't know if this is an Illuminati plot. I think this is just bad planning.
I will be the conspiracist, and I will admit that I flip back and forth every time, just due to it being all the evidence videos that anybody could bring up. Shake sent me a bunch. It makes sense. Like, it's solid stuff, and for the moment, I can't poke any holes in it. But when stuff is so solid, it's fake. I don't know why that is in life, but when you have like surefire evidence, the evidence was planted. They did it on purpose.
Or it's like edited, or it's something.
Yeah, but for me to be the conspiracist, if you don't know what the Illuminati is, it's a secret society that worships the devil. So you would be thinking, why the fuck would a Travis Scott concert be a sacrifice? That's stupid. I guess I don't know what to call it. I guess the saying, I say it like I don't believe it or like it's far-fetched, but the devil was once the god of music. And so even though he's banished in hell, he used music to spread his influence through the masses, through the people, which makes, if I told a Christian that, I bet they believe that stone cold, like oh yeah, we hear the term devil music. Like that's what people use to demean music. But there's a reason why there's a term like that.
I guess, yeah. I mean, that checks out.
And so, right now the Travis Scott concert was pretty much planned, and all the dead people were sacrifices to the devil. And so, if I go through everything I said, it would kind of check out. It would check out that the music feeling that they felt, that ominous, was pre-planned. It's a known thing that music can affect your emotions. This is not nothing new. Yeah. Music can be used to make you happy. If you listen to too much sad, it will begin to make you depressed. There's a reason why football teams listen to drill music now. They get excited because it makes you actually actively want to hurt people. So like, I mean, he's being funny, but I'm being so dead ass.
It's just funny because, you know, I used to hype myself up before I get the mat. So.
And so it's like, I don't want people to make it seem like, oh, you're just saying this because it's Travis Scott. I've never heard this before. No, this is fact that music can be used to control your mood. So, is it far-fetched to think that he used the music to control the way they felt to incite the riots? And if it was evidence, and this is me not being on his side, if it was evidence, as people said it was, that they were dying, and he did nothing about it, it could seem like that things were going to plan. But just not the plan that people...
Was high enough
yeah,
for
yeah.
Fair enough.
And so what I'm saying could be the most far-fetched thing ever. You're probably listening. You a fucking dumbass, nigga. I'm just done listening to that shit because of you. And then you could be like, that nigga on or something. That it's up to you to decide. But this is me being the contrarian. And like, the stuff could add up. This isn't far-fetched. And I like to believe in... There was this saying about God. I'd rather worship God because on the off chance I die and he doesn't exist, nothing happens. But if I die and didn't believe in him and he exists, I'm going to hell. I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose but believing in God. And like that is solid enough for me to be a conspiracist. I have nothing. Should the Illuminati take over tomorrow? I should have told y'all niggas. I'm on. I'm like that nigga.
Nigga, don't miss.
And if I'm wrong, I was just a nigga spouting all gibberish. I'm okay for that, but I could get deep into Illuminati. It could be a subject for another time. It's just there's a reason why people believe in coincidences but don't believe in conspiracies. I find that's funny. Too many coincidences is a conspiracy. I hate to break that to people.
Yeah.
But Shake believes 100% being out there was a sacrifice. That's why I bring it up.
Yeah. So we know who Shake is.
He got the name Shake from the show Real Husbands of Hollywood. The guy's name was Shake and he always had shaky plans. So we started calling him Shake. And it's a shame that when the name is kind of demeaning in a way, but it fits so perfectly. He was, yeah, nigga, that's me. Yeah, bro, that's me.
And this is no shade for Shake, but we both know that Shake is shaky, and he's one of those fall down the rabbit hole kind of people.
Yeah.
So, not that I'm completely discrediting his experience, I just feel like I'm taking it with a grain of salt. It is evidence in his column, but I'm still gonna take it with a grain of salt.
I'm only gonna take his word. The only way for me ever to fully believe anything is for me to see it. I don't fully believe in God. I don't fully believe in Illuminati. I don't fully believe in shit unless I see it. Like, it maybe it be too late for me. Maybe it's one of those things. Like, maybe believing in God 98% ain't good enough. Now I'm going to hell for only 98%. But shit, I know then. I know then. And so it's like, it's been a minute since I've researched the Illuminati. If we ever do a topic on it, I'll give y'all my definitive answer. But the conspiracy is out there, and it'll be bad on us as I guess this episode we're reporters. We're journalists. It would be bad on us not to bring up something that clearly is in the back of people's minds. So we're towards the end. Give your definitive percentages now of blame.
All right. So from the beginning, I say it's at 12 o'clock. It's 50% the people, 50% the venue. Once Travis Scott hits the stage, the blame switches around a little bit. I think it's this is tough. 40% the people, 30% the venue, 30% Travis. Especially once he gets notified what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair breakdown.
I like that you was able to do switches. So mine's only two numbers flip. Mine's is 70% of the people all the way through. They're still dumbasses. Travis and the venue wouldn't have to do shit if they weren't dumbasses. At 12 o'clock, 20%, 25% is the venue. And I'm gonna say 5% Travis just because. But when Travis concert starts, it's 25% Travis and 5% the venue, only because how much more can the venue do when the ambulance trucks are trying to come through? People are on them shits dancing. They block their paths, and they requested Travis do something. I can't be but so mad. I'm mad that there was no plan in place, but they weren't blind to that it was getting out of hand. But 70% is to the people fully. I did that, so I don't want there to be no misconception. No, oh, you think Travis could have done more? Nope. Could he have done more? Yes. That's not the focal point here. Stop acting like dumb. You do dumbass stuff, you win dumbass prizes. And
yeah.
And so that's my definitive ranking. Stop doing shit, bro. Like, we seen this. So if this was to happen again at like Astroworld, whenever, Travis is at fault way more. But the people are still at fault more.
Remember when you came back?
You came back and you did it again.
Yeah.
Now, if he doesn't diffuse it better, of course his blame is gonna shoot up. But if you do it again, you're a dumbass. You proved the point the first time that y'all were dumbasses, and you didn't learn from your mistake the first time.
Yeah.
So, only time will tell. Hopefully we won't have to do another Astroworld thing. Lord knows we ain't going to it. So, if you got no more to say, we out.
Yeah, we out.